Hey everyone, you're watching EduCat for Need. In today's video, we will look at some questions from the chapter Biotechnology and the Processes, which is chapter 11 of class 12th NCERT biology textbook. Let's look at the first question. Which vector is commonly used in the transfer of gene in a crop plant? The answer is Ti plasmid of Agarobacterium. It is present on page number 200 in NCERT textbook. For example, Agarobacterium tumefaciens, a pathogen of several dicot plant, is able to deliver a piece of DNA known as tDNA to transform normal plants into a tumor and direct this tumor cell to produce the chemicals required by the pathogen. This means that Agarobacterium tumefaciens is the one which is able to deliver the genes into the crop plant. So the answer of this is Ti plasmids of Agarobacterium. The next question is the tumor inducing capacity of Agarobacterium tumefaciens is located in large extrasomal plasmid and called, the answer is Ti plasmid. The next question is which structure involved in genetic engineering? Plastid, plasmid, codon, or none? The answer is plasmid. We have already learned in this chapter that plasmid is extrachromosomal and it can independently replicate on its own. It does not depend on the chromosomal DNA to replicate. So, plasmid is involved in genetic engineering. Next question is the term molecular scissors generally refers to DNA polymerases, RNA polymerases, restriction endonucleases, or DNA ligase. The answer is restriction endonucleases. On page number 194 and 195, we have the cutting of DNA at specific locations become possible with the discovery of so-called molecular scissors restriction enzymes. So the answer for our question, the term molecular scissors generally refers to is restriction endonucleases. The same question is asked in different context. Which of the following enzyme is known as molecular scissors? So the answer is restriction enzymes. Same answer. Next question we have the function of polymerase chain reaction PCR is translation, transcription, DNA amplification, or none of these. The answer for this is DNA amplification. On page number 202 you have PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction. In this reaction, multiple copies of a gene or DNA of interest is synthesized. The most important step is the last step, which is amplified or amplification. So, the answer for this question is amplification because the main function of PCR is to multiply the number of genes or DNA. Next question we have to isolate DNA from fungi, we have to break the wall. This is done by lysozyme, cellulose, invertase, chitinase. The answer for this is chitinase. If you look at page number 201, we have to break the cell open to release DNA along with other macromolecules such as RNA, proteins, polysaccharides, and also lipids. This can be achieved by treating bacterial cell, animal tissue with bacterial cell with lysozyme, plant cell with cellulase, and fungus cell with chitinase. So the answer for this is chitinase. Next question we have find out the correct sequence of PCR. So the answer is B, denaturation, extension, annealing. The answer which we have here is C, denaturation, annealing, extension. If you look at page number 202, you have the steps of PCR. First step is denaturation, annealing, extension. So the correct answer is C, denaturation, annealing, extension. Next question we have thermal cycle takes place in which technique? A. Gel electrophoresis. B. PCR technique. C. Centrifugation. D. Southern blotting. And the answer is B. PCR technique. If you look at page 203, we have the segment of DNA can be amplified to approximately billion times, that is 1 billion copies are made. Such repeated amplification is achieved by the use of thermostable DNA polymerase isolated from a bacterium Thermus aquaticus, which remains active during high temperature. So the answer for this question, thermal cycle takes place in which technique, is PCR technique. The next question we have is, in the PCR technology, the DNA segment is replicated over a billion times. This repeated replications catalyzed by the enzyme DNA polymerase, Tuck polymerase, DNA dependent RNA polymerase primase. The answer for this is B. Tuck polymerase. On page 202, you can see this process is being catalyzed by Tuck polymerase in the PCR diagram. So the answer for this question is Tuck polymerase. Next question we have, restriction enzymes are not always required in genetic engineering, essential tool in genetic engineering, nucleases that leave DNA at specific sites, D, B and C both. The answer for this is both B and C, last option. Because enzymes, restriction endonucleases are always required in genetic engineering, without which there is no logic, there is no possibility of genetic engineering. So this statement is wrong. Essential tool, yes, it is a very essential tool without which genetic engineering is almost impossible. C. Nucleases. Yes, we said they belong to a higher class, which is nucleases. They cleave, means they cut the DNA at specific sites. They have recognition sites and they read a specific palindromic sequence and they cut at that point. So, both of these are correct, and the answer is both B and C. Next question we have, DNA ligase is an enzyme that catalyzes the splitting of DNA threads into small bits, joining of the fragments of DNA, denaturation of DNA, synthesis of DNA. And the answer is B, joining of the fragments of DNA. We have already discussed when we were reading one shot of this chapter, biotechnology, principles and processes. If you haven't watched that, it is present in our channel. Watch that and solve these questions. So DNA ligase are the enzymes which join the fragments of DNA. Next question we have, agarose gel is a natural polymer obtained from seaweed, a natural polymer obtained from fungi, a natural polymer obtained from protists, and an artificial polymer. The answer for this is a natural polymer obtained from seaweed. We have seen that agarose gel is used in the process of electrophoresis, in which we separate the DNA fragments according to their size. This is not given in the textbook, but you need to remember that agarose gel is a natural polymer and it is obtained from the seaweeds. Next question we have, specific region or sequence of DNA which is responsible for initiating replication. A. Promoter region, B. Operator region, C. Origin of replication, D. Structural gene. The answer for this is C. Origin of replication. On page number 199, you can see origin of replication. This is a sequence from where replication starts. So the answer for this is origin of replication is the region or sequence from which is responsible for initiating the replication. Next question we have, restriction enzymes cut the palindromic DNA sequence. A. At the center between the same bases on opposite strands. B. At the center and between the different bases on opposite strands. C. A little away from center and between the same bases on opposite strands. D. A little away from center and between the different bases on opposite strands. The answer for this is C. A little away from center and between the same bases on opposite strands. You can see on page number 197 the exact line is present. Restriction enzymes cut the strand of DNA a little away from the center of the palindromic sites but between the same two bases on the opposite strands. The answer for this is C. A little away from center but between the same bases on opposite strands. Next question. In PBR 322, BAM-H1 site is located in A. Ampicillin resistant gene, B. Tetracycline resistant gene, C. Between ampicillin and tetracycline resistant gene, D. In both ampicillin and tetracycline resistant gene. In order to answer this question, you need to have an idea about the PBR 322 locations. The answer for this is tetracycline resistant gene. This is the diagram of the cloning vector PBR322 and you can see BAM-H1 in the region of tetracycline resistance gene. So the answer for this is PBR322 BAM-H1 is located in tetracycline resistant gene. Next question is, in rDNA technology or genetic engineering, elution means A. Remove the DNA from centrifuge tube after centrifugation. B. The separated band of DNA are cut out from the gel and extracted from the gel piece. C. Separation of the recombinant protein from recombinant cell. D. Insertion of recombinant DNA into host cell. And the answer for this is B. The separated band of DNA are cut out from the gel and extracted from the gel piece. If you look at page number 198, you see the separated bands of DNA are cut out from the agarose gel and extracted from the gel piece. This step is known as elution. So the answer for this is the separated band of DNA are cut out from the gel and extracted from the gel piece. This is known as elution in rDNA technology or genetic engineering. Next question. Restriction endonuclease are used in genetic engineering because A. They can degrade harmful proteins. B. They can join DNA fragments. C. They can cut DNA at variable sites. D. They can cut DNA at specific base sequences. The answer for this is D. They can cut DNA at specific base sequences. This is what makes sticky ends, and you can join these two sticky ends with the other ones easily in case of genetic engineering. Next question. In EcoRI, R stands for A. Strain, B. Species, C. Genus, D. Order. The answer for this is strain. If you look at page number 195 and 196, you have in EcoRI, the letter R is derived from the name of strain. So the answer is R stands for strain in case of EcoRI. Next question. All of the following are methods of insertion of recombinant DNA into host cell except A. Incubation of bacterial cells with recombinant DNA on ice, followed by heat shock and transferring to ice. B. Use of disarmed pathogen vectors. C. PCR. D. Biolistics. The answer for this is C. PCR. In option A, when you incubate, means when you keep the bacterial cell in very low temperatures and then you give it a heat shock, means very high temperature, and then back to ice, this will force the bacterial cell to take up the vector. And this is a method of inserting the recombinant DNA. Second is use of disarmed pathogen vectors. In case of plants, we use TI plasmid of Agarobacterium tumefaciens. It is no longer pathogenic and it does not cause tumors. And in case of animal cell, we also use retrovirus. It is also not harmful, and this is also a method of insertion of recombinant DNA into host cell. Talking about option D, biolistics, in this option we use The cells, they are bombarded with high velocity of microparticles of gold and tungsten. They are coated with DNA. This is known as biolistics. And this is also a method of inserting the recombinant DNA into the host cell. If we look at option 3, PCR is polymerase chain reaction. The main aim of this PCR is to amplify the DNA, to increase the number of DNA, to multiply the DNA. It does not help in insertion of recombinant DNA into the host cell. So the answer for this is PCR. Next question we have, genetic engineering aims at A. Destroying wild gene, B. Preserving defective gene, C. Curing human disease by introducing the new gene, D. All the above. And the correct answer is C. Curing human disease by introducing new genes. We are using genetic engineering for our own human benefit, and in option A and B, there is no benefit. So, the aim of genetic engineering out of these options is curing human disease by introducing new gene. It is not all of the above. Now, let's look at previous year questions. The first question is of 2018. We have already looked to such type of question. The correct order of steps in PCR chain reaction, polymerase chain reaction is denaturation, extension, annealing, B. Annealing, extension, denaturation, C. Extension, denaturation, annealing, or D. Denaturation, annealing, and extension. We have already seen this question, so you should know the answer. It is option D. Denaturation, annealing, extension. The next question is, the DNA fragments separated on an agarose gel can be visualized after staining with, and this question is of 2017 paper. A. Acetocarmine, B. Aniline blue, C. Ethidium bromide, D. Bromophenol blue. The correct answer for this is C. Ethidium bromide. This is from page number 198. The separated DNA fragments can be visualized only after staining the DNA with a compound known as ethidium bromide. So the answer is ethidium bromide. Next question. This is also from 2017. We have DNA fragments are A. Negatively charged, B. Neutral, C. Either positively or negatively charged depending on their size, D. Positively charged. And the answer for this is DNA fragments are negatively charged. You will find this on page number 198. Since DNA fragments are negatively charged molecules, they can be separated by forcing them to move towards the anode. So from this we got the answer that DNA is a negatively charged molecule. Next question, this is also from 2017. We have a gene whose expression helps to identify transformed cell is known as A. Vector, B. Plasmid, C. Structural gene, D. Selectable marker. The correct answer for this statement is D. Selectable marker. On page number 199 we have selectable marker. In addition to ORI, the vector requires a selectable marker which helps in identifying and eliminating non-transformants and selectively permitting the growth of the transformants. So the answer for this, a gene whose expression helps in to identify transformed cell is known as selectable marker. Let's move to the next question. It is also from the year 2017. What is the criteria of DNA fragments movement on agarose gel during gel electrophoresis? First one, the smaller the fragment size, the farther it moves. B. Positively charged fragments move to farther end. C. Negatively charged fragments do not move. D. The larger the fragment size, the farther it moves. The answer is A. The smaller the fragment size, the farther it moves. This is present in 198 page number. The smaller the fragment size, the farther it moves. So, from this, it is obvious that the answer of our question is the smaller the fragment size, the farther it moves. Next question is also from 2017. The question is, the process of separation and purification of expressed protein before marketing is called A. Downstream processing, B. Bioprocessing, C. Post production processing, D. Upstream processing. The answer for this is A. Downstream processing. If you look at last page, that is 205 page number, the process includes separation and purification, which are collectively referred to as downstream processing. So no doubt the answer is downstream processing. Process of separation and purification of expressed protein before marketing is known as downstream processing. This question is from 2016. Stirred tank bioreactor has been designed for purification of product, addition of preservation to the product, availability of oxygen throughout the process, and D. Ensuring anaerobic condition in the culture vessel. The answer for this is C. Availability of oxygen throughout the process. This is present in page number 204. The stirred facilitates even mixing and oxygen availability throughout the bioreactor. These were the questions of biotechnology principles and processes. If you learned from this video, do like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel. We will discuss more such questions from all the chapters. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, you can feel free to ask in the comment below. Thank you.